If you have never used Claude Design, this video is exactly meant for you. We're going to cover on how you can create the wireframes. Then we'll learn on how you can create the entire UI for your apps or the website. You will also learn on how you can make some tweaks, some changes, not just by writing prompt, but also clicking on the elements or changing the colors by using the Claude Design feature. And not just that, we'll also learn on how you can export that UI to the Claude Code, which is actually handing it over to the Claude Code, and Claude Code can now generate the entire code base for your design. Pretty cool, huh? And then finally, we are going to look on how you can generate the presentations, which is pretty straightforward. And all of these things that you learn, you can actually share it, export it as PPT or as a standard HTML or a PDF or maybe a link that you can share it with others. So without any further ado, let's get to our screens and let's get started. Claude Design is powered by Anthropic's most capable vision model, which is Opus 4.7 at the time of recording video. And Claude Design is actually under research preview, which means it can make mistakes and it is still not perfect. Now, if you're on a free plan, you won't be able to use Claude Design because it is available to Claude Pro, Max, Team, Enterprise subscribers only. In any case, if you cannot use Claude Design because you're on a free plan, it definitely makes sense to watch the video and keep yourself updated with what's happening in the world. To get started with Claude Design, visit claude.ai/design. Your screen will be divided into two sections. On the left, you will find prototype, slide deck, form template, more or less an interface where you can actually chat with the Claude Design, upload some files, and then on the right hand side is your canvas where you can see some of the designs that you already have, and all the new designs that you make will also appear here. Now, of course, you can see I've already made some of the designs, but there are also some examples that are given by Claude Design. For example, if you want to make a rotating earth, you can use this prompt. Some organic loaders like this, just click on this prompt and get this, some calculator, and a few more. I think they'll keep on updating it. Perhaps when you are watching this video, this will change. The other thing is design system, which I'll come back to this later on. But if you work in an organization, design systems are very, very helpful. So let's go to the designs. So on the left hand side, you first see an option of prototype. You can name any prototype that you want, and the design system, let's go and select none. To give you an overview of what a design system is think of your company that has some color palettes, some logos, some fonts. What you can do is you can actually come to the design system and click on create a new design. Here you can, write your company name, some blurb about it, link code to your GitHub. Maybe you already have an existing website or a report that has all the details about your branding. You can link that, or you can upload it from your computer. If there's any Figma files that your client or your customer or your company is using, you can also put that. And also you can drag and upload some fonts, logos, and assets. Once you upload here, you can name your designs, and then you can just use that design system to create designs so that all the designs you create under that design system will look very similar. So first we are going to see what wireframes are. So for that, you'll have to write a project name. You can just select maybe none because you don't have any design system in the first place, and then click on wireframe and then click on create. Now I've already done it, and it takes a while and it also takes a lot of tokens. So I'm going to click on the first one that I've made that is food delivery app. Now this is actually a wireframe, and I'll also show you what are the prompts that I've given. I've given create a food delivery app where users can search for food from restaurants, select the food, make the payment, and track their order status, right? So what happens is when you do this, it also gives you some of the questions that you have to answer that, hey, which screens do you want? Would you like to have multiple screen options and everything else? So you'll have to select that. I'm not showing it here because that is self-explanatory, but it gives you an idea when you look at the food delivery wireframe that this is what it came up with. I mean, can you imagine it? That you just had an idea, you wrote a prompt, and now you have a wireframe where you can actually view your ideas. What you can also do is right now we are in the home screen. You can click on the restaurants. It gives you the different ways on how you can show your restaurants, a classic list, a photo grid, a swipe stack, or an inline cart. Then you also have different cart options. Then you can have checkout, confirmations, tracking, and a lot more, right? You can just, I think this is phenomenal how easily you can just come up with a wireframe with just a design. Now, if you want, let's say you want to leave, you're working together as a team and you want to leave a comment here, what you do is you actually comment, click on the comment from top right, select an element, and here you can either drop a comment here. This icon is perfect. Now, either you can comment it for your teammates or you can send it to Caude and it will make the changes. I'm not going to do that because this is perfect anyway, but I'm clicking on comment, and then on the left hand side you can see that Simon has commented that this icon is perfect, and my team members can actually go ahead and start giving replies to that. What you can also do is you can make some edits. For instance, if you want to make edit to this, maybe a search bar, right? You click on the edits from the top, and if you click on any of the elements, it opens a property pane kind of thing at the right hand side, from where you can change font, size, color, size, width. So think of it as a Figma that is powered by AI. You just write a prompt and it makes an entire wireframe and designs for you. And this experience of having properties on the right hand side is very similar to Figma if you come from that background. Now, of course, you can also make some drawings and all, you can do that. But if you don't want to do that, and from the top, you can click on share and you can either duplicate this project. You can also make this as a template, so that once you have created it, you can save it as a template. And next time when you create a new design, you can use this as a reference and keep on creating designs on top of that. You can download this project as a zip, export as PDF, export as PPT. Even you can even send it to Canva, and you can also export as standalone HTML. And the best part is you can also hand it off to Claude. So this is the kind of experience that you get when you create a wireframe. Now let us look at the high fidelity. So when you create a prototype, you either get a high wireframe option or you get a high fidelity option. So what we just now saw was a wireframe, but to look at the high fidelity, I've also created one that is called SaaS website. I'm going to click on it, and this is the entire website. So I'll show you the prompt that I wanted, right? I said, I need a website where people can post events. That's pretty much that I did. And then it asked me some questions like, what are the event type that you want? I selected for professional, then for audience and everything, all the questions that it asks. So I have it here, which is pretty cool. And now I can also make some quick tweaks. For instance, if I want to change the primary color from green to maybe blue, you can do that, and you can see it just changes right here. You can change the secondary color, some density, maybe medium, right? Sparse or medium, or maybe dense. Display font, you can change the font and quick palettes and anything, right? So you can, if you want, you can make some quick changes. And if you want to view this website on a new browser, you can click on either, you can go full screen or you can click on new tab, and here you can actually go ahead and start using this website. If I want, I can come and post an event, add more details, yada, maybe get some details about an event, try to an RSVP, and then confirm RSVP. So this is also very nice. And if you like this, what you can do is you can click on share from the top right and head off to the code, and it will generate the entire code. And who knows, you can also actually put it into the production and start using it. Of course, you can make the same thing. You can add a comment, you can make some tweaks, toggle on the tweaks button. It shows you all quick tweaks that you can do, but you can always, come to the bottom left prompt section and also give any of the feedback, like, hey, change something, this, and it will do it. Very much use it any other AI applications. That is with the prototype, wireframe, and fidelity. The next thing is the slide deck. Now, of course, I don't need to tell you what slide decks are, right? You just name it, right? Click on design system. If you already have one, use that, or click on none. I actually created a Microsoft Foundry slide, so you can see how it makes it. This is how the slides look like. Very nice actually, right? Very professional. You also have an option to change the colors that you want. If I go to the first one, then it will make sense. Yeah, you can make it to orange, green, and I think if there was also option, you can also switch off the grid from the background. If you need light version, dark version, you can do that. And as always, you can also share it and do download the project or export as PDF. What I really wanted was to maybe show you on how it will ask you the questions, right? So let's say I'm gonna create a prototype. Click on high fidelity. I'm gonna call it maybe sushi website. I'm gonna call that. Click on create. And here you get a few options. You can either use a design system, or if you have an existing website that exists on the internet, you want to use that as an inspiration, or you already have a code base, it will generate the designs. Let's say you already have a website, right? And you can just connect that to the Claude Design and it will generate it for you. Or you can also drag and drop a Figma file. Let's say I am going to say that build me a website for sushi restaurant in New York with old vibe. Now I'm not gonna waste my tokens to make this entire website, or maybe I'll do, but the idea is, it is gonna ask me some questions, and that is what I wanted to show it to you. It is saying quick questions about the sushi restaurant sites. Is there a sushi restaurant's names? I'm gonna just call it sushi nice sushi, right? What kind of old vibe? I would say 1920s Lower East Side speakeasy. Let's do that. Color mode should be, let's say, forest green, brass and oxblood. Typography can be hand lettered chalkboard signage, or maybe this one. What should site include? A menu, chef and hero, of course, reservation forms. I'll keep it this variation, just one polished website. You can also have, the best part is when it asks you what variations do you want, you can have multiple designs next to each other, but I just want one polished website. Tweaks, I should expose color palettes, typography, that is good. I'm gonna leave that East Village by the looks, and just click on continue. Now this takes some time to build it up. You can see on the left hand side that it is taken all the answers that I've given, and now it is going to go and build the websites. We're gonna take a pause, come back and see the results. So as you can see that Claude Design has created a very good website. It's called Sushi Nice Sushi. It has given it a nice tagline, green color. It has also made a very funny fish, which I think is kind of offending, but it is okay. You can also book a seat. It has reservation details, a nice form that you can fill out, and a nice pretty website, right, in just one single prompt and answering a few questions. Now if you want this website, you can also actually make some quick changes at the bottom, right? If your tweaks option is enabled, right, you can change the color to indigo, noir, I don't know what is that, maybe jade, right? I think this is also nice, but forest is much better. As always, as you can make some comments, make some edits if you want this section to be something else, right? It's an SVG, right? You can do that. You can also share it, hand off to Claude Code, and then it will generate the entire code for you. Or if it's a website, a pure static website, you can just export it as standalone HTML and then make it live. That's actually your Claude Design. Now you can actually do a lot of things. If you go on the internet and search on Twitter, people are creating some really amazing content with Claude Design. One feedback that people are getting is that all the designs more or look very same. So that is one thing I think Claude must be working on, because I think it is trained on same set of designs that is on the internet. So that is maybe the reason. But pretty much that is all I have in this video. If you want to watch more videos like this, please go ahead and please go ahead and subscribe the channel. And if you love this video, please don't forget to like it and leave a comment. That's it in this video. My name is Stephen Simon, and I'll see you in the next one.